Hey, what's going on YouTube? I decided to make a real quick video of my SNES collection that I have right now so far. Um, Most of the games that I have right here are the ones that I played when I was like a little kid, like 5, 7, 8 years old, and most of them they're the ones that I used to play back in the day. So I was trying to like get them back, so I could own them and play them whenever I felt like it. So I'm just gonna show you guys real quick the ones that I have so far, and there's also some that I didn't have when I was a kid. I just ended up finding them and just picking them up. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna start off with the cart only, and the first one I have here is Top Gear. I forgot where I found this at. I think it was at a guy's yard sale that I ended up going to his warehouse. He had a warehouse full of stuff, and we took everything out looking for games, and I bought this off of him. So I have this one, Top Gear. I didn't have this when I was a kid, so. And I have F-Zero. I actually got this off of a website. It's called Leap Trade. I had some credit. I had some credit on there, so I just used it on this, and it's the player's choice. So I mean, it's whatever. Here I have Mario World. This is the one that came with my Super Nintendo. And I remember I played this when I was a kid. This was like the only game that I used to play like back then. Like I remember asking my uncle trying to like help me like go through all the levels and like unlock everything. And this was pretty cool. And I picked up this right here. It's a fishing game. I didn't own this back in the day, but I got it because me and my brother like fishing. So I mean, why not? Just picked it up. I have X-Men. I picked this up along with the Top Gear at that one guy's warehouse. I ended up finding this, so this was pretty cool. And I have Tetris Attack. I also find this at the same spot with that one guy. I have this baseball game. I actually did have I had this when I was a kid, so I was looking to get this game. I remember playing this game with like my older uncles, and I remember like the characters would like make balloons with their gum and with their gum, and it was pretty funny. Like it has pretty good graphics actually. I think it's like one of the best baseball games for the Super. So this one, you're looking for a baseball game. This one's the one. And I have Arkanoid. I picked this up with the other games from the warehouse guy. So yep, not much to say about this one. I didn't own that one when I was a kid. Last Last Action Hero. Uh, I haven't played this one, but I also picked it up from the same guy, and yeah, I'll eventually play all these games someday. So here we go to over to the box games. Most of these are the ones that I used to play when I was a kid, so that's why I try to get them all in the box. Because most of the ones I played back then, I'm trying to get them in the box. So most of these ones, they're complete. The first one, I have Super Mario World 2, the Yoshi's Island. I remember playing this when I would go over to my cousin's house, like in a different state, back in Mexico. He had this game, and that's why I got it. And another one I used to play back then, it was the Super Mario All Stars. I remember back then when I used to play this game, I never knew that it was a NES game because I never had an NES. So I picked this one up, and this one's complete too. I have Mortal Kombat 2, also complete. This one came with the Super Nintendo I bought like a few months ago, and it's actually on the video. You can check it out. This one's very clean too. I also had this when I was a kid, so that was pretty nice finding that one. And I have Tecmo Super NBA Basketball. I found this at a yard sale. I bought an NES and some games, and this was the only SNES game that she had. So yeah, like when I got home, I was like, man, I should have asked. Maybe she had more of these laying around, but you know, who knows? Here I have Donkey Kong Country. This was another childhood game. I remember playing this also at my cousin's place. This is a pretty fun game. This is like, I remember playing that. Like the graphics are like awesome in that game. They're like crazy, man. And I have Street Fighter 2. This one also came with the Super Nintendo I picked up. I mean, who doesn't like Street Fighter, you know? And I actually have the cart over here because I was trying to beat it. And like the labels are like brand new. Like this is like brand new stuff. I actually was trying to beat it the other day, so that's why I have it out. And I have Mega Man X, and this one's complete too. I didn't have this when I was a kid, but I did pick it up when I started collecting, like probably like 2 years ago, and I ended up selling the games and the console to my friends. So that's why I was like, I need to get that one again. So there you go. And here I got my favorite game on the Super Nintendo. This is like my favorite game, man. Like I could put this on the system and not stop playing until I beat it. This game is like fun, man. Like this one is a childhood game. I remember playing it with my cousin, and we would start laughing. Like we would laugh a lot because when you go on the ladder, like when you right at the peak of the ladder and like you're like right there, like I guess the Arthur, the guy, he like, if you're like right at the peak, he kind of like, you kind of see his butt, and it's like it's like right on the screen. Like it's hella funny. Like me and my cousin will always crack up on that shit. So that was my favorite game right there. Well, one of the favorite ones so far. And actually I have the cart because I was playing it. So there you go. And over here I have another childhood game. This is This is Dracula. I used to play this with my cousin as well. And I still think it's a pretty good game. You know, some people don't like it, but I like it. And I have the Chess Master. My cousin had this game. I remember he had it, so I just picked it up. And I gotta hurry up. I'm kind of running out of memory real quick. But I have NBA Jam. I mean, who hasn't played this game? I also had that when I was a kid. So yeah, I have another Mortal Kombat. This is the first Mortal Kombat. This one came with the Super Nintendo that I picked up, and as well as that NBA Jam. That one came with the Super Nintendo I bought. And I have Super Smash TV. This one's another childhood game. I remember playing that with my cousin. That was a really fun game. That's a really fun game, like to play with two players and stuff. It's like it's hella fun. And I have Earthworm Jim. This one I didn't play when I was a kid, but it seems pretty cool to me. It looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna play that one soon. And then I have the King of the Monsters. This one I found at the warehouse, at that guy's warehouse. So I found it. It was complete with the manual. The cart is like in new condition, but the box is pretty beat up. But I still kept it. I remember playing that one in the arcades and stuff. And I also found this one at that same place. So two box games. Pretty cool find. And another game that I just picked up from my neighbor. I was actually pretty shocked that he had any any Super Nintendo games because he's older already, and he we were conversating and I told him that I collect games, and he told me he had some Super Nintendo games, and I just went like, you know, like let me see them. So he pulled them out. He showed me, and I saw this one right here. Saw this game, so I was like, man, I was like, sell me one. I told him, sell me one. He's like, he didn't want to sell none because he said that it was his son's or whatever. But I just told him, I was like, let me see which ones you play the most. So he started picking some out, and he didn't pick this one. So I was like, so he told me, he was like, see, I already picked all the ones you wanted. And I'm like, nah, I'm like, I want this one. So I was like, how much you want? But he didn't know how much it was or anything. He's like, I don't know how much they're worth. So I just told him I was gonna give him $20. So I gave him $20 for it, you know, because it's worth more. So I didn't want to be like trying to rip him off. So I gave him $20, and I'm pretty happy about this one because I used to play this in the arcade. So that was great right there. So I mean, well, I have some more right here. I have I have this Dragon Ball Z. I remember playing this back in Mexico too, but I remember the game that I played back in the day. They're like they're like I think they're like rip-offs. Like they're not real games because I think this one was only released in Japan, so I had to get this from Japan and you know, because you know I had to have it. It was actually a pretty good game. That's one of the best ones out of all the series. And I also have this one. I found this one with my second Super Nintendo that I found. So yeah, those are all the games that I have so far. Most of them are like childhood games. I still need to get that Castlevania X. I also had that one when I was a child, and it's like freaking expensive. So I mean, I need to get it anyways. I need to get that one. Also have some manuals in there. I need to get Demon's Crest and also like some Batman game. and I think a few others. I'm gonna try to work on that. But this is what I got so far. I'm pretty happy with what I got, and I have my system up there. That one's complete in the box. Pretty cool right there. I'm pretty happy about that one too. So I have that, the games, and I also I have another one over there. That one's like my most recent one that I picked up. I don't think I'm gonna be keeping that one. So if anybody wants to like make a trade with me, I'm down to trade that one. Like I'm looking for Castlevania X or Demon's Crest or like any rare game that you got. That one's complete in the box as well. The box is pretty good condition. I'll show you real quick. There you go. That one sticker is like coming off, but I mean, there's no rips like behind the box. Like the box is clean. There's no rips or anything. So if you got if somebody has some games to trade or anything like that, just let me know and we'll make a trade real quick. If not, I'll post it up for sale or something. But I mean, thank you guys, and I hope you guys like this video. And then I have my console right there, hooked up, ready to go, because I was playing, you know what I mean? So yeah, I have my TV right there, real quick. So I hope you guys like this video, man. I was pretty bored. It's raining outside pretty hard, so hope you guys enjoy. Check it out, like it, Thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll be making another video of like PS3 games that I have. GameCube games and PS1 games and stuff like that. So, yep. Alright then. Late.